Hello, Raindrops. It's me, Salathia, and I promised you a quick tutorial on how I create my schedule, and you can do yours the same way. I use Trello.com, and once you get it on your computer, you will also want to make sure you have it on your cell phone as well for quick and easy access to your schedule. Once you log into Trello, you'll want to create a new board, and this is the name of this particular board. And this is what a board looks like. It can actually have different, you can change the background of the board to whatever color fits your mood or moment. And I'm gonna go back to the blue. So what I did is I added a list and I named it Sunday. So you just click here whenever you need to add a list and call it whatever you like. And inside each list is called cards. And I created these cards really quickly because I want this to be as painless as possible. And for each card, I did it in increments of an hour. And so I started with the time I normally wake up, which is around 6 o'clock. So all my cards are like 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9. And the very last card is usually when I want to go to bed. So between 11 and midnight, I try to go to bed. But on the weekends, I try to stay up to about 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what for. I just want to stay up. So for my Friday and Saturday cards, they may go until 1 o'clock in the morning. So when you create a card, let's just do 11 to 12 o'clock, 1100 to 1200. And if you already know what you do during this time, you can just say eat lunch if that's what you do. And you add the card, and then it'll automatically proceed to the next card. And you will always want to make sure you add, so that way it'll save the action that you've just completed. And as you notice up here, I have a little orange bar, and that is because I created labels. So you'll want to create your own labels for whatever you have going on in your life. I have work, I have family, I have me. And remember, it's important to schedule your me time. And I have Raindrop Society, and I have 31. So I have labels for all of those. So it just depends on what is going on throughout the day. From 7 to 8, I am at work. So I will just say at work. Oh, spelt it wrong. My apologies. And then I'll edit the label and I'll label it green. And then I'll hit save. And the color coding helps to keep you in the know of what you're doing and where it goes in your life. Like I was like, oh, okay, I look at orange. Oh, that has to do with me. Oh, I look at green. That has to deal with work. And let's just say this is now 1800 to 1900. Sorry. And I'm eating dinner. Boy. So I made sure I hit enter or I hit add so that the card can populate. I guess I do a lot of eating, but I want to edit the label for this one and call it family time. So now I have my me time when I wake up slowly. I'm at work during this time and I'm eating dinner. Now, if all you're doing from 7 to 11 is work stuff, then you don't necessarily have to have all those cards in there. Let me put a label here. I'm going to call this my me time. And I can call it work, right? Because I'm still at work and I'm still having a little bit of time for myself. So use your labels at your will, and you can have times throughout the day where several things apply to all parts of your life. It just depends on what you have going on. And so now I have a quick template here. And what you could do from here, if this is regular throughout your week, this is very easy. You can just say copy the list and call it your Monday. Create the list, and voila, those same things come over. If this is what is consistent in your life, then just copy the list and move it over. He was like, Salathia, well, I don't eat lunch from 11 to 12. I eat lunch from 11:15 to 11:45. Then you just go in here and edit your card to read 11:15 to 12:45. I'm sorry, to 11:45. The thing about this, it's very, very flexible. And the reason you'll have it on your phone is as well is to allow you the ability to change your times as you see fit. This is just giving you the framework to get you to think about how your week is going to go. And as always, leave wiggle room in your schedule. If you have to say, okay, I know I get off work at 3 o'clock. I really don't want to start helping with homework until 4:30. Then put that in your schedule from 3 until 4:30. That's my me time or whatever time you designated. So let's just say you realize 1500 to 16:30. You want it to be your free time. So we're going to add that card. We're going to label, and that's me. And I'm going to save it. Okay, well, the cool thing about this is now I can move the card up into the appropriate time slot. Voila, just as simple. And you can do, I can make this now Tuesday, and so on and so forth. Whatever way works for you, then that's the way you do it. And the unique thing about this is when you bring it up on your phone, you can, the screen is so small, right? You can only see, focus in on your Monday. And as long as it's color coded, you'll be able to take a quick glance and see how your day is planned out. But you was like, oh, I have an appointment at 8 o'clock. I have an appointment. Well, let me show you this cool thing. You go over here to show your menu. Let me go back one because I was on change background. We're going to add a power up. This is going to make your Trello just a little bit more helpful. And you want to enable the calendar. And voila. And if it's your first time doing it, then it may ask you what calendar you want to connect to. I have it connected to a Gmail calendar. And what that does is if I look on my phone, I am able to see what I have due that day. Let's say you have here, you have a meeting with boss and you don't want to miss this meeting. So you want to add a due date. Let's change it to the 31st, and your meeting with the boss is at what? 8 o'clock, but you want to know about it a little bit sooner. So you would say 07:45. Okay, so now it put a due date and it put a time, and I'm going to label it work. And then I just X out of it. So now you see how it gives you a due date on this, and how now you have a little icon that says calendar. So look here, it puts everything in a calendar format, and you can see what you have due for the month, for the week. So if you have important dates and times that you have to remember, go ahead and put it in your schedule. Go ahead and put it with a due date and a due time, and sync that calendar with whatever calendar you use on your phone, because it'll automatically notify you when your due date or time is approaching. So I think that's pretty cool. And you click calendar again, and it goes back to your regular list and card view. I hope that you found this helpful. And as always, if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out to me through private message, through email, salathia@raindropsociety.com, in the comments. Hey, however you know to reach out to me, then you go ahead and do that. And thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and I hope you have a great day, Raindrops.